What's up, guys? I know it's really loud in here, but I figured I'd show you guys real quick. I'm getting ready to leave the house. I just pulled the tractor out. Just trying to clean up the snow that was all around the tractor. So we're here pushing all the snow that we just got, which is quite a bit. Guess it helps if I dump the bucket, huh? You can see my black truck's pretty well covered. We got snow pile galore. Try not to hit anything. Here's the driveway. I already plowed this all once this morning, and that's how much we've gotten since I plowed this morning. That was all plowed. You can see kind of how much we have there by the house. So we got quite a bit, at least 2 foot that I can tell. And then I got the trucks down here, down the road parked on the side. That's actually the neighbor plowing his driveway. Truck's down here. I parked it all the way over there, so it's easier for the cars to pass me because they can see over the hill and not have to worry about oncoming cars. So I'm gonna finish this up and then we're gonna get out of here. All right, and we're off. I'd rather not be driving right now, but the fact of the matter is I need to be there at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. I didn't plan on leaving until about 9 o'clock. It's only 6:20 right now. I didn't plan on leaving until 9. But we're supposed to be getting hit with snow until 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. And I'd rather get out of here now before it gets any worse, or before I have to try to wait until tomorrow morning. It's not really snowing up a little north of here. I don't know if it is or not. I can tell you when I look at the radar shows me this huge cloud coming from the Lake Ontario, which is basically is the snow belt, and it's coming right over top of my house. But a little north of here, there isn't one. There's little specks of clouds that are popping up over there, but nothing like what's hitting right here. We live right in the path of the major snow belt when it does come. Last year was the first year that we've seen in a long time. We moved back up to this area in 2017. So that's 8.5 years ago, and last year was the first real snowstorm that we got hit with. And it looks like this year's going to be almost just as bad. So that's it. I'll let you know how we make out. Hopefully not too bad getting up there. One more thing to mention. I just got done cleaning this. Well, I didn't do it. My son just got done shoveling off this bed, and like 10 minutes later there was already 6 inches of snow. It was only powder, and it was very fluffy, so we didn't re-shovel it. It's gonna blow right off as soon as I'm hitting the road already. Most of it's gone. When I really get up to speed out there on the interstate, then it'll all be gone. But I cleaned off the tractor, he cleaned off the trailer. I had to take the tarp back inside into my basement and re-roll it because it was just a mess. I'm going to tell Oswego not to touch my tarp from now on, because they just flip it into a big giant roll and you're off. They're trying to rush you out the door, but they're not doing it right. So They want to help take it off. They want to help fold it up. I'll do the rolling. Ugh. Anyway, I just got a bunch of stuff for the truck. The only thing I did not get was my salads. So I'm gonna try to stop at a Walmart tomorrow, maybe. So anyway, all right, back at it. Still trucking along. We still got 90 miles to go. Just wanted to show you guys the road is definitely a lot better up here than it was back at home. So I'm still glad I got out of there early just to be on the safe side. It just started clearing up quite a bit. I passed a few snow plows on the way up, and now we're just pretty much dealing with. I think it's more snow that's being blown onto the highway than actual snow coming down. I haven't seen any snowfall for probably about an hour now. So a little funny thing happened today. The plan was to go get my fingerprints done for my hazmat. I made an appointment online last week, and I really don't know what happened, but I set the appointment for next Monday, which is the 2nd. And for some reason I was thinking that was this Monday. I don't know if there just wasn't an appointment for this Monday and my mind just said that it was this Monday. But I got there and told him I had an appointment. He was like, oh, I don't see it. So I was getting into my email so I could show him that I made the appointment. And I was like, oh, well, maybe it's because I set the appointment for next Monday, not today. But it was fine. Apparently I set up the appointment wrong anyway. It was supposed to be set up through New York's website. Pretty sure that's the way I did it. But apparently I had set it up through the federal website. Wasn't a big deal. He had me, he actually had a tablet, a small tablet I was able to get on. I punched in everything I needed to. He took it towards the end and got the appointment part set up so that I was able to do the fingerprints right away. I didn't have to actually finish doing scheduling for the appointment. I just had to put all my information in. I gave him my license for my ID and whatnot, and we were good to go. Did both hands for the fingerprints. I know everything's good because I already had my TWIC card. That was actually the one identification that I did want to bring just to be on the safe side also, but all I needed was my license. And that's because I have the license that I'm not going to remember what it's called now. It's not just your it's not just that the certified license or whatever the heck they want to call it, which is every state does that license, but there's only 5 states that do the enhanced license, which is what I have, which is like having a passport and a license in one. So that's that enhanced license is all that I needed for proof of citizenship / identification. Which I think I mentioned it before when I had set up the appointment. If I went the other way around and I showed my identification was my commercial license, my proof of citizenship, if I clicked on the enhanced license, I then had to show a third document. But if I did my proof of identity was my enhanced license, and then proof of citizenship was my commercial license, I didn't have to provide a third option. I thought that was funny as can be. It's even the guy who's like, it's so stupid. It's just dump system. But like I said, all I need was my license. Fingerprints are done. Now I just gotta wait to hear back from
3
Albany.
miles. Take exit 49 on the right, onto Route 411 toward Teresa.
I'm gonna actually give them a call at the end of the week or the beginning of next week. I'll probably wait until the beginning of next week. This way they have time to get the paper in the mail and do whatever they gotta do. And then I can call them up just to verify, kind of, listen, this is what I did. Just want to make sure I don't need to do anything else, or what are my next steps from here, and just try to feel it out and see what it's going to take to get my license done. If I'm not mistaken, and I was told the correct things, I had to send that form out. Then I need to get my fingerprints done, and then I have to wait for Albany to send me back something in the mail. Once they send me back that thing in the mail, then I can go back to motor vehicle and have the hazmat put on my license. And then I'm most likely, probably, I'm assuming, I'm going to have to wait another 7 to 10 days after that for my license to come in the mail with the hazmat endorsement on it before I can actually put it to use. So we're looking like a month process just to get it put on my license. Which was kind of the same thing I had to do when I went for my doubles and triples. I went for my doubles and triples. I was able to haul doubles and triples immediately. But when I was with Gypsum Express, they didn't do standard doubles. The doubles and triples are for standard doubles. The pump trailers, the 26 and a half foot trailers. The doubles that I did, the throughway doubles, you have to have that on your license, and then you have to apply for me specifically, being that I did it in New York, I had to apply for
Take the first exit on the right, onto Route 411.
Through my company, I had to apply for a permit to do the throughway doubles in New York. And then that took another week or so, 2 weeks I think, before I finally was able to get that. My whole point is I got my fingerprints done. Now I just gotta wait to get the hazmat endorsement put on my license, and then I'm opening myself up some more for some more freight. Mine's going 1,000 miles a minute. I know there's one load that constantly happens down in Carlisle, Pennsylvania, that I could be pulling if I just had the hazmat endorsement. The other thing I got to keep my eye out for is the placard. I can make it myself. I really don't need to buy it, but I'd just rather buy it. It's a placard protector. It's a diamond-shaped metal frame, and it's pinned on a 2x4 board that I can sit in the rub rail. Usually that goes right in the stake pocket. I can put it right in the stake pocket and be able to have my hazmat flags or placards. So I gotta look for those. Either look for them or buy a 2x4 and make them. I'd like to be set up with 8. I can put 2 on the back, 2 on the front, 2 on the sides. And that's just for, the guys said that we generally only for the loads that we do, we're generally only required to do 2 placards at the same time. And it's usually 4 and 5, 3 and 4, class 3 and 4, liquid and solid flammable. So yeah. Anyway, anyway, 80 miles to go. That's 10 minutes of me blabbing my mouth, 11 minutes. We'll see you up there. Alright. Well, we made it to Messina last night. Maisy's out going to the bathroom right now. You can barely see her. I don't want to take the phone off. Good girl. Good job. Come on. There you go. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. You need me to help you up? Alright. Come on. Come on. There. Oh. Snow's hurting her paws. Just holding the paws up. It's cold, huh? Anyway, we're gonna go get checked in, and then we're gonna go use their bathroom. Because I can use the bathroom. Yeah, it is cold. It is extremely cold. It is -4 as of 6:32 this morning. It's probably a little warmer than that now. That was a little over an hour ago. It's refreshing. It's 7:39 now. It is -2. So anyway, I'm going to go get checked in, get loaded, and try to show you guys what I got. It's nothing out of the ordinary. We're getting coming here, we either get logs, sows, or we get finished product, which is usually round little logs of aluminum or square stock. You know, there's a couple different shapes that they do, but it's all finished aluminum products that they're that's going to a regular customer, not to somebody that's making something else. I mean, they take, like Chucky, where I go all the time, I see them, they'll take like the round logs and they'll cut them down to like 4-inch pieces. What they do from there, I don't know, but I see they mill them all down into smaller pieces. They drop them into big buckets and stuff like that, big boxes. Oh, and other news, I picked this up yesterday, so it might make breakfast things a little bit better. It looks like you can do something with that little bowl there and make like some scrambled eggs or something. So I am going to attempt to do something when I come back out. And it's only 350 watt. You can hard boil 7 eggs. Includes steamer bowl. And it gives you a couple different ideas of stuff you can do. I'm betting there's even a excuse me. I'm betting there's some type of link to some recipes. A couple links to some recipes or something on what you can make in it. I mostly got it for hard-boiled eggs. I spent $3.70 or $3.82 for an 18 count of eggs, 1.5 dozen. At the truck stop for hard-boiled eggs, it's $3.99 for 4. That's going to pay for itself in no time. Alright, we're all loaded up. I'm too late. Anyway, we got just over 47,000 pounds, 47,126 pounds, I believe it was. If not, it's really close to that. A lot heavier than I really prefer doing, but it is what it is. We got 900 miles to go. I could technically be there give it 12 hours from the current ETA. Once it recalculates or gets me back on track here in a second. 12 hours would be 1:45 tomorrow afternoon. Beautiful snow. This wet sand. Huh. I see some like walking tracks down there in the snow on the water. An animal or something. Anyhow, we got 25 bundles.
Turn at the first left onto Highland Road.
I probably would have been a little happier with 24. 25 is it's 3 stacks. I don't have 7 bundles in each row.
Speed limit reduced ahead.
7, 14, 21. Okay, so it's 8. 8, 16, 24. Yeah. Okay, so I did have 8. I'm losing my mind. So we got 3 sections of 8 bundles, but the last section on the back has 1 bundle on the top. So that kind of screwed the nice square load. But it is what it is. I made a pond in that building. The heat was just pouring on the truck, and everything was just melting and falling off, and I was giving it a little bit of assistance. And now I'm just going to add it all back on. I was hoping the weather was going to pick up on the way down, but it's not. It's supposed to be a high of 36 down there tomorrow, and then the same thing on Thursday. They only receive until I think it was 2 o'clock. That's not going to tell me. I think it's 2 o'clock, so I basically have like, I mean, I can cut it back an hour for my downtime, but with all the weather and everything, I'd rather not. Either way, I set up delivery for Thursday morning. And we'll just try to find something I'd like to find something that flips me right back up here, but I think I've been too lucky with that recently. I think it's the last 3 or 4 weeks I've been able to get home on the weekend. Happy with what I've gotten. Anyway, 900 miles. Let's get her done. Try to capture this real quick. We just stopped so that Maisy could go to the bathroom. That's the St. Lawrence River. See some, I don't know, light towers, or I'm not sure what they are out there in the middle of the water. It's pretty with all the snow. We really haven't gotten far. Made 2 stops so far. We stopped up there at the gas station with the Tim Hortons in it. Got a breakfast sandwich and a drink. I didn't want to try to delay my takeoff time. Trying to figure out that egg steamer thing this morning, so gonna work on doing some of that tonight when we get done, and see how it all works out, so it's quick and easy in the morning, or at least I know how much time is needed to do it. We've only made it 48 miles. We're at 852 to go. Oh good, it actually routed me this way. Oh no, I just hit the button to go to the next stop. I stopped there because I've been trying to let her go to the bathroom off leash. So I try to do it in an area where there is nobody, and I can get her to listen to commands and stuff. She does pretty good. She goes to the bathroom, she comes back to the truck. My thing is, if she sees somebody, she's darting right for them. So I'm trying to work that out of her, but she's still a puppy, so it's going to take a little while. She doesn't dart for him as an attack thing. She darts for him as ooh, it's new people, I want to say hi. She loves to say hi to everybody, and she can't just say hi. She's like the Energizer Bunny. She just hi. It's pretty funny to watch her, but she can be overwhelming for some people. But I'm sure as the months come up, she'll start winding down just a little bit, and she'll start listening to the commands a little bit better. Anyway, it's about Maisy. She's pull this off real quick. She's taking a nap now down there in her little bed, and that's my extra brake chamber that you can see down there. When we had to replace the two last, I grabbed an extra one because I'd already replaced one of the other one. So now I got three that have been done, and I was grabbing an extra one because I wasn't taking a chance on that happening again. My luck, that one will last for another 3 years with no problems. Anyhow, we're gonna keep trucking along. We'll get back with you a little later. That's what the road's looking like right now. I did check out the maps. It does look pretty. The roads are the I-81 all around Watertown is all yellow right now, so we're probably gonna have a little bit of slowdown around Watertown. But hopefully from here we'll be, other than that, we'll be pretty smooth sailing down to Syracuse, where we're gonna grab some fuel. And then my cheapest spot is somewhere down in Virginia. I think it was down in Virginia. But I'm gonna top off in New York, and then when we get down towards that way, I'll top it off again. As of right now, I have nothing else set up for Thursday yet. There were some Knoxvilles that I was looking at, but they're $800 loads. I don't really like hauling loads like that unless it's the kind of pull up the back end of a day. If I'm delivering in the afternoon and I can grab something like that to deliver the next morning, that's about the only time I really like pulling those $800 loads. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Well, as you can see, the wind is blowing pretty good and keeps covering up the road. Zooming in a little bit, might be able to make it out a little more better that way. The snow isn't so much the bad part, it's the wind that makes it really troublesome. worst part about that is it builds up a lot on the road. I think that's one thing that we should I don't like any more laws than the next person, but I want to say that I think if not a law, I think most people should just do it on their own. But if there's any spots like that have like a big open field, it's usually like farmer fields and stuff like that come right up to the edge of a road. Not to say, well, I don't know how you would want to say or how you would want to put it, but I don't either with small grants being given out or farmers just doing it on their own, or just the state or the county or whatever it is to step in and take care of it. They have you see them a lot out west, like the snow fences, which it just cuts down the wind and it allows the snow to build up right off that fence, and it slows the wind down from blowing all that snow across the road. I got a couple spots by my house that the roads can be completely clear, but the wind whips through a couple of these fields so hard that it'll completely cover the entire road within an hour of it just pulling all of the top layer, the free floating snow, if you will, and it'll completely cover the road. So I think that either one of two things should be done. Either they need to put up the snow fences everywhere that there's a major field near a major any roadway, really. It doesn't even have to be a major highway. Any roadway that intersects with a big field where the wind crosses that field on a normal basis. That or if it's a fresh new field, they can't remove the trees to that edge of that road. Because even the trees, if you got a stack of 3 trees, 2 in the front, 1 behind those 2, the center of those 2, it'll create an air dam, stopping that air from coming through. More would be better, obviously, but anything to slow that wind down so it doesn't cause the road to be more covered than it normally would be by regular snow, and you wouldn't have to worry about people getting in accidents, at least in those areas. And then in some of these areas like this right here, it's not a farmer field, but it's a big grassy field where the interstate should be able to take care of either planting trees or putting up some snow fences. Look at this. I don't know if that's coming out clear, but you can see some of these spots where it's just right there at the exit, it's just whipping across. That's a long-winded version of my thoughts. I mean, even if the farmers went on the cheap side and they planted some of those fast-growing shrubs, they're not using that very edge of the property most of the time anyway. So I mean, even some of those shrubs or those I forget what exactly they're called. They're like green giant pernicifif. I'm murdering that name. That family of pine trees. Conifer. I don't even know what I was trying to say. Conifer family. Those things are supposed to grow really fast, and if they just planted a row of them across the edge of the field, I mean, it would completely stop the snow. But if they want that open look, it's just a matter of taking some lumber and building some snow fences, and then they can even take them down at the end of winter. Not even take them down, just pick them up and move them to wherever they want to store them. Anyway, that's kind of my thought process on that subject. Anyhow, let's keep at it.
Yeah, that's a bear behind you there.
Made it to Syracuse. Liverpool is what it's actually considered. Getting our fuel now. I'm gonna got death all over the place. I guess it helps when you turn it on. Anyway, so we're just gonna top off here real quick. It shouldn't take much. Friday we stopped here and got, I don't remember what it was, I think like 100 gallons. So we'll get our sensors cleaned off. My radar was pretty much working all the way here. The side guard stopped working about halfway down. And it's got some ice built up on there. I will never have another truck with that crap on here. Just, it replaces common sense. I edited that out a little bit, but about 93. And we'll end up with about, say about 100 gallons. Oh, I was right. We got we ended up with just over 100 gallons. I probably could have fit another 5 gallons in there if I wanted to really sit there and work on it. It's too damn cold for that. and I really don't need to push that much fuel in. It's going to be cheaper wherever I'm getting it next. I think it was Virginia. Scratching herself and hurting herself. So anyway, we're still here sitting at the Pilot in Syracuse, Liverpool, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna sit here for about another hour and 10. No, it's about another hour and a half. I went and fixed my daughter's dryer on Saturday after I got home from delivering that coil. And I put all my tools in my wife's car and I forgot to take them out. So we still got plenty of time to kill. We're not going to be there till Thursday morning, obviously, and I can be there tomorrow. I'm going to be down there tomorrow evening. So I got the time to kill to just sit here and wait. I'd rather have my tools on the truck and to be on the safe side in case there's anything small that I need to fix. I do need to get working on this fender. I already got to put a couple more zip ties in it because the zip ties just get too cold and they break. I bought this kit. A couple weeks ago now, and I've been wanting to get it for a while, and I finally broke down and bought it. And it's a would you look at that? It came with an extra clasp to close the container, the box. So it comes with all of these little staples, and it's a plastic welding staple kit. Oh, they're going to be a pain in the neck, and that's what the here's the camera. That's what the staple looks like. It's still not completely focusing on it, but that's about good enough. So anyway, we take that staple and it goes in this gun here, and it'll go in just like this. Of course, I'm not going to get it right. Of course. My hands aren't working with me. So it'll go in like that. It just slides into the prongs there. Again, it's not helping. So it'll slide into the prongs like that. And then it just heats up. You melt it into the plastic, you get off the gun, and you pull the gun off of it after it cools down for a second. It's got several different ones. That's this bag. It came with tons of them. I don't remember how many altogether, but there's a couple different types. Would you not push on that? There's a different one. It's got a little bit of a wave into it. That one looks more like an M or a W. You can kind of see it there. And that one's more like a V. More like a V. And this one looks more, it's kind of like that other one with just a little wobble in it. Then it came with all of these plastic pieces. So those are like to fill in holes. You can heat them up and fill the holes in. It came with a pair of dikes. Not really sure what this is for. Some type of a sticker. Came with a bunch of metal mesh. Bunch of metal mesh. I'm gonna have to redo this whole box now. Came with a knife. Pretty nice. I'm not really sure what this is. It feels like just like a pad, but I don't know if it has an additional purpose to it or not really sure. I haven't gone through the whole kit yet. That's like a knife, so you can like cut into it and it just slides right on top of those prongs. And then there's another one with a different shape. I've seen them use this one and they kind of like smooth around. And then there's, well, that one's basically the same thing. So that's pretty much it. Oh, it came with 2 of the replacements. So anyway, I'm gonna put it all back together. That's what we got, all of these staples to go. And basically when I had the blowout not too long after I got the truck, I should have claimed it on the insurance with Schneider. I never did. I did find out it's only it's about $250 to replace the whole step section, the whole fairing that goes around the steps. But then I'd also have to get it painted, so it's probably going to cost a good $500 to redo it. I'm thinking I can fill it in, and then I can get the paint, a matched paint, and just clean up where I drilled the holes. I can fill the holes in, and then I can sand over top of those holes, and I can get some paint that'll pretty closely match it to make it look pretty good, so they're not trying to charge me for it when I turn the truck back in. So I gotta get working on that soon, but I got all year, so I'm not in a huge rush to do it. I'm gonna wait for this weather to warm back up first. So alright, I've been pretty long-winded in this video. We'll see you tomorrow. Okay, one last thing. If you guys have any interest in this little kit here, I got it on Amazon. It's like $35. I will put it down in the description. Link to the Amazon. I don't know how it's going to work yet, but when the time comes, I will be sure to record it. So right now I'm going to get back to doing my spreadsheet, getting everything caught up. I didn't write down the last load, I only wrote down the miles, and then I got to write down this load as well. So yeah, see you tomorrow. There's something you don't see every day. Alright, good morning. So we're in Pine Grove, Pennsylvania, and yes, I just moved the truck just so that I could see the helicopter. Oh my God, they're still extremely hot. And I started off this morning by making some hard-boiled eggs. Thing that stinks is I don't have, like ice water to water, but it's stupid to try to waste it to cool the eggs down. So the first one I ate was pretty good. The helicopter's just sitting there. Imagine they're loading up a patient. Zoom that in good. There we go. It seems like they're doing more talking than they're doing anything else. For all I know, it's just a practice run. I don't. Oh, there's somebody right there. There she goes. So that's it. We got 518 miles to go today. We'll bang out probably about 95% of that. We'll get to a truck stop down there, and then we'll get delivered first thing tomorrow morning. Today's a no work day, so it is sweatpants day. And I love sweatpants day. Nothing better than sitting in this driver's seat all day long with just a pair of sweatpants and not a pair of jeans and nothing digging into your sides or your hips or anything like that. Alright, off to our day. Well, we're sitting here in all this traffic. I don't know what's going on. The mixed messages across the radio, so they said something about a truck fire. Both sides of the highway were shut down. Looks like they're moving over there now. And I just let Maisy out to go to the bathroom. And the glare off of the snow from the sun is brutal. So, wearing sunglasses today. See what happens. All right, good morning. I thought this was a cute little town I'm coming through. Currently we're in Johnson City, Tennessee, in Washington County.
Winding road ahead.
Not that that really matters, but it says it on the GPS, so I stated it. We're about 19 miles out from the delivery. Should go off pretty good. I got my dirty hoodie on. It got covered in salt the other day when I got loaded, so I put it back on today because it's gonna get covered in salt again. Well, ice and snow didn't fall off yesterday. Will surely be falling off when I pull inside this building to get unloaded. I was supposed to be there at 8 o'clock. Not supposed to. I told him I'd be there about 8 o'clock. It's not an exact firm appointment. It took a little longer this morning in the truck stop, going to the bathroom, getting coffee or whatnot. Plus, Miss Maisy couldn't figure go to the bathroom or not. So it's going to be about 10 after 8 when we pull in. Not that big of a deal. And then we got to go. I honestly don't remember how far it is to our next pickup. Alright, I just took a quick look. It's 142 miles up to our next pickup. We got to go back up 81 north to Wytheville, and then we'll take 77 north from there. And it doesn't look like it's very far up 77. And then that load's going up to South Jersey. Not too far from Maryland, like Aberdeen, that area. So we're gonna spend a little bit more money in tolls on the next one, but we'll see how we make out. I do want to put this out. I'm going to be doing a video in the next shooting for in the next couple weeks, and it's just going to be a full breakdown of how I did in 2025, from how much I spent in fuel, how much I grossed, how much I made per mile, what my deadhead percentage was for the year. Basically break down pretty much all of my numbers, and then I don't get into taxes because that's separately, completely different for everybody. But that video will be coming out soon. I just got to make sure I have all the information in there. The one thing I really want to get calculated in there really good is the tolls and how much it costs per mile. I have all the other breakdowns too, from insurance to fuel, tires. Tires are a little tricky. I had like 3 or 4 tires that I had to replace over in 2025. So those are a little tricky, and those were covered by they're not covered, but they were paid through Schneider. So I don't know what the actual final cost was until I get all my money back, and then even then I still don't know what the final cost was. All I can do is know what I spent altogether versus what I put in the pot. They don't actually give me a breakdown on what the charges were. So that's it for now. If I got anything else to say before the load is done, then I will. If not, and I'll see you when the video's over. Everything is so badly coated in salt. It's crazy. And it pierced my tarp in a couple spots. I thought it was going to be okay there, but it's apparently not. Not there. A couple spots up there. Not much I can do about it. I already pulled off the bungee cord, the shock cord. Now I'm just pulling off the few bungees that I used to get the tarps into their holding positions. Which is about 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. About 8 bungees on each side. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, eight bungees on each side. All right, we're just about there. A couple more to go. 4 more to go. All right, so we're all done. We got some eggs cooking there. They should be done shortly. It takes about 10 minutes to put them through the hard boil. I don't go hard boil, I go about medium. I don't mind soft either, but not in this situation. So I'm gonna let them finish up. I'll put the thing away, and then I'll probably put the eggs in the refrigerator for a little while before I start cracking them open. I did that yesterday, and it didn't feel too pretty holding on to them hot eggs. So anyway, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe. We'll see you in the next video. We're heading up to Bland, Virginia, and taking that over to Salem, New Jersey. So hopefully all goes well. It's supposed to be a load of transformers.